Here's the difference between a multiband compressor and a dynamic EQ. A multiband compressor uses crossovers to split up the entire frequency range. A dynamic EQ uses normal EQ, Q, and frequency controls that just say, I want to work on this section. So right here I have the DMG Audio Multiplicity. This is my current favorite multiband compressor. And you can see how I've got low, middle, and high. It's got crossovers splitting up the frequency spectrum. And if I change the crossover, you can see how it's affecting the both at the same time. So right now it's affecting the middle and the high at the same time, and how those bands interact with each other. Versus I've got a dynamic EQ here, the Kirchhoff EQ, and I'm just saying, hey, this point, and I can change my Q, and I can, on this one, I can change the slope. Not all of them have that. But I can say, hey, this point, I just want to compress or expand this area, and I can set my threshold and stuff just for that area. But if I had another EQ point right next to it, they're independent. When I change the Q on this one, it doesn't do anything to affect the settings on this one. But you can see how they also, you can leave sections where it's not touching them really. Versus the multiband compressor, because of the way crossovers work, it kind of helps you make sure that you've got something covering every section of the frequency spectrum. Now, obviously, you can bypass the different sections, and you could say, hey, I only want to be affecting the middle, and now it's kind of a dynamic EQ because I'm only affecting this area, but that's not what it's really made for. And you can, and on this one of the reasons I really like multiplicity is I can actually add in a dynamic EQ band before or after the crossover network. So I can have this band that doesn't have crossovers in it, and it's totally independent because it's a dynamic EQ band, which can be really handy if I want to do something surgical before or after the crossover network. Have some fun with it.